I'm talking about should I have to give up my Ferrari, buy a station wagon?
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy G11 back at it again with another episode of Homie Talk, where we have real discussion about real things happening right now. Now, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and help your boy out and hit that button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of February, and I think we are very close to hitting that goal. If you guys like the content, please like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. Now that we've got formalities out of the way, I want to talk a little bit about today's content. So I got this video my wife sent me this morning, and it's simply titled Cracker Jack Proposal. She thought I'd get a good laugh out of it, but I watched a little bit and I immediately got pissed off. And you guys will see why I got a little bit pissed off in a minute. It's just I have a thing with certain churches, so to speak. So without further ado, I'm not going to belabor the point. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. It says Bishop Noel Jones proposes to Miss Loretta. This is going to be interesting.
And when it was rumored some time ago that I was getting married, I remember saying to you that I've been with you for 20-something years then, not 28 like it is now.
This is a pastor, a leader, a spiritual leader in the community. Did I just hear this correctly? Did he say he was just with this woman for 28 years? And I don't think, let me see, hold on, let's continue.
It was about 24, no, it was about, yeah, it don't matter.
It does matter.
But I told you that I wouldn't. We've held hands every Sunday. We're related to each other every Sunday. And I told you that I would not sneak off somewhere and get married.
Black churches, why we always do this? Somebody answer me this question. I mean, I guess it's part of the show, but why do we always drag a point out instead of just getting right to the meat of it? People don't got time to be sitting around, man. Like, my whole thing is if I go to church, I want to get the word, get what I need, get out. I don't want to be there all day. And a lot of churches I've been to growing up, the preacher always belabors the point and beats around the bush, and they do this whole show, and I'm just like, come on, man. I'm not here for all that.
And let you find out on the side. So I'm telling you today, security.
And I know most of the congregation has got to be women.
That I'm going to get married.
Pause. Wait a minute. So my assumption was correct. He's been with this lady for 28 years and hasn't gotten married. How does that look as the leader of a church who marries other people? You ain't living what you preaching. I'm pretty sure. In the Bible, there's a rule against shacking up with someone for 28 years. And this is the spiritual leader of this congregation. Y'all see the problem here? And these people are just cheering and congratulating and laughing. This shit's not funny. Come on, man.
Loretta, come up here, please.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
I thought about, should I? Thought about, should I give up my freedom coat for a straitjacket? I thought about, should I, at my age, get married to someone way younger than me? Thought about, should I give up not having to answer to anybody? If I'm in Africa and I wanted to go to Europe, if I wanted to leave Europe and go to Asia, to Japan, wouldn't have to call anybody. They're talking about, should I have somebody censoring who comes to my house? I don't like him. She sure can't come. I'm talking about, should I have to give up my Ferrari, buy a station wagon? I need you to give me some help here. I gotta pull something out of the, I gotta give me a Cracker Jack ring up in there.
People are laughing in the crowd. They think this is hilarious, guys. I don't find any of this funny whatsoever. I'm gonna let the rest of it play and then I'll give my commentary here.
So I got away from all the shoulds. Should I? Should you? And I've decided simply to say, will you? Marry me.
All right, guys, I can't watch anymore. This is like a whole 7-minute video of him proposing to her. But I'm gonna give my thoughts on this. Often, and actually I won't say often, but a lot of churches do this dog and pony show. My problem is that the spiritual leaders that are in these churches are not living what they're preaching. How can you be a man called by God, ordained? You didn't marry this woman for 28 years. 28 years he spent. 28 years of her life. I think it's crazy for her that she waited this long to get married. Is the title of First Lady that coveted that you're willing to wait that long? I'm certain she probably, I don't know if she has kids or not. I don't know if he has kids or not. But by the looks of it, they're just two older, elderly people, right? She could have been gone and married and had a full and rich life instead of waiting on this guy. And then the way that the congregation is reacting is exactly the problem. They're just eating this stuff up instead of thinking logically about what's going on here, right? You have a pastor who hasn't been married for 28 years. And then the way he talked about marriage, I mean, I wouldn't want to get married after that. Talking about giving up the Ferrari for a minivan. Talking about trading in a freedom coat for a straitjacket. Like, bro, marriage is not like that at all. If you do it right. I'll put it that way. But he made it sound so unappealing. And this is the guy who was ordained to marry people. Y'all don't see the problem with that? I told my wife, I said, hey, if we were in there, I would get up and walk out. I would not be a part of this congregation. We would never come back after that. You know, I don't know how his preaching is. It could be really good, you know, when he delivers the word. But again, my whole issue is he's not living what he's preaching. And nobody is perfect by any means, guys. And I'm not saying he has to be perfect, but come on. I didn't find those jokes funny. I thought he was being very serious with that. And they just ate that shit up. And you know, a majority of that congregation was women. I mean, you see dudes up there on the music team, the production team. And you always got the old security and the bishops. It's always the older guys. But honestly, guys, this has always been my issue with churches. So here's the thing, right? You can go to any major city in America, go to the hood, and you'll find like a church almost on every other corner. What are the churches actually doing for the community? What are they doing? Aside from sucking up all the money and paying the pastor, what are the churches actually doing? They're just preaching a message of hope from these false spiritual leaders who don't live what they preach. And when someone comes along who's real and lives the walk and talks the talk, people don't believe them because you got shit like this going down. This has always been my issue with black churches. And not all, but many. I'll leave you guys with this. I think it's a scripture my wife uses on me all the time. So the scripture that my wife always uses on me is from James 2:14 through 26, but I'm going to read verse 17. Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. People go in for this faith, they go on for this message of hope, but they don't actually change their lives or do anything to make it better. Therefore, it is dead. This is why I don't go to these types of churches, y'all. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, y'all. Peace.